Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to continue with some yoga and checking out your body. So the first thing you want to do is just kind of warm up and see what your body feels like. So you can put your hands on your hips and just rock your hips side to side, just gently. Again, it's all about foundation, so you're going to learn how to find your foundation here today and hopefully apply it in all the poses that you do and throughout your life. Okay, so we're going to do simple warm-ups. So just roll your shoulders and notice your balance. Notice if you're breathing, and then stop. Notice where your chin is. Is your nose in the air? Is your neck long? If your neck is long, your nose is straight ahead. We're going to think of a glass of water on the top of our head, so we turn the head side to side. We don't lift the nose, the glass of water will fall off. We don't drop the nose unless obstructed, so the nose is parallel. Now if you stand looking for foundation like when we did in seated pose, I'll take this off. Okay, we tried to check the mirror in the car and we were slouched, so good foundation. So your feet are your foundation. So if you have a good foundation, you want to have everything in alignment. So your hips are over your ankles, your shoulders are over your hips, your ears are over your shoulders. And all of a sudden you can stand up really straight and tall. A lot of times what happens is we get tired and we don't pay much attention and we hang out on a leg and everything just kind of falls apart. But if you put those feet straight ahead in an 11, heels in line with the toes, under the hips, and even bend your knees and just rock your pelvis back and forth. And then straighten the knees, tuck the pelvis slightly, so tucking this, then straighten the knees. You'll feel your muscles in here engage. Your calves are rolling, your thighs are rolling out, and you're gonna be able to lift yourself, and all of a sudden you have this great alignment. So you pull up on the pelvic floor, your navel goes back slightly, you're able to lift up your rib cage, your spinal column is lifting and lengthening, your shoulders will automatically go over your hips, depending on the body, but the more you do this and practice, the more alignment you'll get. Your ears are over here. It's hard for me to slouch. It's hard for me to put my head down. It's easier for me to just look up and around and down, because once I put it down, I feel a stress right across my shoulders. So if you can get the lower body strong in its foundation, then everything else gets lifted, and you press down, lift up in every posture you do, whether you're in the supermarket or where. But we'll get to that. So just notice the difference there. Play with that. So first we're going to get those toes under our feet, under our hips, and just lift up the toes. Feel the ball of the foot pressing into the floor. Feel the arch, how it lifts. So we're lifting the ball, the toes, and feeling the arch. And then we're going to drop the toes down one at a time. Each foot together is fine. And feel the toes kind of gripping. Now, keep those toes open and wide. Press them down. Keep the heel on the floor. Keep your body in alignment and zip up through your center and lean yourself forward. Just lean the whole body forward. I'll give you a side. Then take it back and keep those toes helping you to support yourself. I'm going to go through all of them. Come back. Adjust your toes. Keep yourself lifted. And go to we're going to say your right. But keep pressing down. Don't lose anything. Lift. Keep pressing into that left leg. And shift and feel the whole foot. Keep pressing into both feet. Shift your weight over into the other foot, but you got glue on the right foot. You shift your body. I'm not leaning. I'm just going straight over. And I'm going to come back in to the center and then take it front, side, back, and observe what you feel in the foot. Carry on and then go in the other direction when you're ready. I'm going to give you a side view of that. So carry on with what you're doing. So feet are in 11, straight under your hips. You're engaged in reaching and your toes are wide open, and knees aren't locked, they're soft. And you're going to just let yourself lean forward. So the whole body's, my toes are working hard here. And then I'm going to come back to center. Maybe lift my toes, readjust them, suck onto that mat. Bring the body back. And every day you're different in balance. So if you're zipped up, everything is like a strong. So you're going to bring your body back. I'm having difficulty today. And your arms are your wings, so they will help balance you if you need them. But you're going to take yourself back, then you're going to come back to center, and then you're going to go to the left or the right, keeping yourself centered, and then to the other side, and then forward, side, round in a circle. Noticing what you feel on the foot. That is your foundation. Then come back and just be still and shake it out a little bit. Close the eyes. Take a big breath. Usually the second, the third breath is just like, that's what you're looking for. Practice that enough. When the milk spills over, you'll just look at it and say, yeah, later. Okay, so that's your balance. That's your whole soul. So you lift the toes. The ball of the foot has two roots that are going to come out of there in your imagination and go deep into the earth. And the toes are going to open and have a nice wide stance with the toes. And you're going to also have two roots coming out of your heel. So that presses you down, and then all of a sudden I just felt like a Marvel. I don't know who he is, but taking off something. Anyway, you have a strong ability to be grounded. Once you're grounded, you can lift, lengthen, and align and do different poses. Mountain pose is to just lift your arms up, reach, drop your shoulders, pull your shoulder blades back. Keep your core working. I'm going to bring myself around to the back. So we're lifting, reach, and then drop the shoulders, pull the shoulder blades back, and pull the arms together as much as possible. Keep the neck in line with the ears, so everything's in alignment. And exhale, drop the arms. Breathing with different breaths are important when you do yoga. I'm just giving you the basics so you can take them and run with them when you want. So, again, warming up. So there you got your feet. Just put your hands on your hips, open those feet up a little bit, and just roll your hips around. Just observe what's going on in your back. One of the first things I do when I get out of bed is I take my knuckles and I move up and down the sides of my spine, out into my hips. My sacrum is here. It's a sacral triangular bone. Has a lot to do with everything. So I just give it a massage, come out to the buttocks, upper, out of the hips, up into my kidney area. I might be able to cross. I'm not giving much pressure on anything, but I'm giving myself a massage. So you learn a lot, and there's a whole class on that. But just to wake up, so we're trying to warm up. So, and if you don't have much time, just get a hold of these things. And bend your knees, and tuck your pelvis under. Oh, there you go. You feel it sometimes if you haven't done enough in the back. And then tuck back and forth. And this will open up the lower back. So you bend the knees slightly. Let's have hula dancers. Flatten the knees. So tuck, bend the knees, tilt forward, tilt back. What do they call it? Twerking. So you're rocking back and forth, and you're just opening up this. And then you're also going to rock side to side. And just like we did with the feet, so it's back and forth and side to side. So as I go to one side, you see how the difference in my legs go? So just let yourself get it. Sometimes it takes a little while, that's fine. So, and you'll feel that all in here if you haven't done much of anything. And then take it just all the way around. Maybe you haven't done these motions in a while, but just get into doing it every day and get the cobwebs out. Okay. So, we're going to just lift the arm way up, reach it way up, and bend the elbow and take the opposite hand. Take a hold of the elbow from the back and just pull it back gently. You never do anything much. You want to, this is stretching all this in here. Then you release, shake it out, do the other side. Pull it back and release. Wiggle the shoulders, come across, keep the shoulder out of your ear, pull it down and across. Take the nose to one direction and then the other. Use your breath as a movement. So you inhale, you exhale, you move, release. Just kind of run through these. And again, you take the arm across. A little bit that you do makes a big difference. Turn the head, release the head, come back. You got a towel or a belt. Throw it over your shoulder. Take your arm as you did before, reach it way up. Drop the hand, grab the belt, reach the other arm out. See how I'm reaching? Take it around. Notice if it works okay. Everybody's got their block space, places that can crack. Till you work them out. And grab a hold of the belt, and work your fingers together. And you don't have to do a lot, just this is plenty. And then you can ground in your foundation and lift and lengthen and just arch back a little bit. Doing this every day and stay for a few breaths, and then you're going to do the other side, because whatever you do on one side, you do on the other side. So you're going to take the belt, toss it over, reach the arm out, drop it around. Notice the difference from one side to the other. If you get here and something's going on, get out of it. Work on it. And then decide if you want to go back again or don't. Maybe something's trying to tell you something. So walk those fingers together, pull the elbow back, lift the other one up. Take a breath, exhale, arch slightly back. Release, come back forward. So those are things that you can do while you've been showering or whatever, and things you can do. So gallbladder and liver meridians on the sides of your legs, and it's frustration and anger and decision making. So any of your triangle poses. So let's again just come back with our feet flat under our hips. Inhale, come up. So here's goddess pose. Reach, exhale, you come out. You do that 3 times to clean away, and you do it 3 times to bring light around you. We've done this in other classes. And using a hissing breath coming down is very good. Through the teeth. So we're just going to lift our hands together, make a steeple, engage your core, try to keep your ears between your elbows, and reach and exhale very gently. Go to the right. Keep pressing into that left foot. Couple of breaths. Inhale, reach out, come back up. Exhale, go to the other side. Now this may be too long for you. Stay, if you can, stay for at least 3 breaths. Then inhale and come back up. Now in the beginning, you may not stay for more than 1 breath. You may go up. Exhale over. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, come over. And as you practice your breathing practices, you improve your breathing. And yoga is a union between the body, the mind, the body and the mind. And we come together and we heal through breath, sound. Okay, so a simple triangle. You just open those feet up a little bit wider, not too wide, and allow yourself to slide down. Keep your back straight, so it's not about getting your head to the floor. If that works for you, great. I'm going to move and go to the other side. So you're getting long and you're exhaling, you're dropping down. You're opening up all of this. If you have blocks, I don't have them right here, but you'd be able to lean on the blocks and feel more in here because you've gotten your chest lifted, and you'll be pressing into the floor, which has lifted itself until you're able to get the hamstrings and the leg muscles to allow you to get down here without any back issues. And let your head hang and lift, and you're lifting up through the inside of your legs. Then you're going to come up. So bring your hands to your knees and just bend the knees into a deep squat. And lift the head, press into the heels, and come up. Roll the shoulders. I repeat that a few times, but not right away. So come back and we're just going to do a little side. So inhale, bring your hands back up. Exhale, arch back just slightly. So you're keep reaching. You want to think of like a sword, how powerful it is, and how it has no kinks. It doesn't drop its head back and get crunchy neck. It arches. All right. Inhale, exhale, go to the side. Inhale, exhale, come up. So you're inhaling, coming up, exhaling, usually going over. And again, no, just use your breath. You'll get more in tune with it. Inhale, reach out. You're always lifting, pressing down and lifting up. Come back up, exhale. Drop the hands, roll the shoulders, and just be still. So when you practice, take as long as you want. It's all about the breath. When you stand and go into a forward bend, which has to do with bladder, meridian, and kidney, it has to do with fear and anxiety. So a forward bend, my forward bend is always changing and growing. But this begins to put a little strain on my back. So I bend my knees and I drop my buttocks and I feel the power in my legs. And then I'm going to drop my head and straighten my legs a little bit. Then inhale, come up to my thighs with my hands and straighten the legs and flatten the back. So you're like a right angle with the body to the floor. And you're getting a nice stretch in here, but you're not working too hard on your back because you have your core here and you're reaching this way. You're pressing down, lifting, reaching. There's a lot going on. And your bladder meridian comes right to your eyebrow, to the tear duct, really. Then we're going to just drop down. So if your feet, you can open them up a little bit more than what the hip is. Bring them out. Actually, bring them out a bit. And then drop your buttocks and lift your chest. Make sure your weight is over your heels. Again, there you're grounding. Your knees best be over your feet rather than in or out. And then lift yourself up. Arch back slightly. Counter pose. Come back up. So we're going to try that again. We're going to inhale, exhale. When you do swan dive, when you do sun salutation, you can come up in, come out into your swan dive. Open the feet a little bit. Exhale, come into a swan dive. So you're reaching. Get off the cliff. Drop your hands. Your back starts to bother. You just bend your knees. Drop your head. Hang out there. Breathe. Inhale, slide the hands up your shins to your thighs and flatten the back. Breathe. Exhale, drop the hands, bend the knees, buttock drops down. Now lower the buttocks and lift the arms. Okay, this is a little more than a warm-up, but you will warm your legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arch back. Come back into hands behind in front of the heart. Just give yourself a thank you. Drop the hands and be still. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're going to run through a sun salutation rather quickly because I mean, a warm up is we've done, but a sun salutation is something you can do to warm up and work the whole body. So I am going to come here and we'll incorporate some of what we just did and more. Bring your hands together in prayer position, lighten the knees, tuck the tailbone slightly. Just find your foundation. Inhale, exhale, give yourself a bow. And you can put an intent for the day in here at this moment. Inhale, bring your eyes up, bring the hands up. Reach strong, strong body. Exhale, arch back slightly. Inhale back to center. Open the hands. Turn the palms down at shoulder height. Strong body. And exhale, swan dive. You're going to lose my head here probably. And then bring the hands down. Again, bend the knees. Slide the hands up. We just did this. Lengthen through the body. My back is trying to be flat. Drop down. Now if you have blocks, it'll lift the floor up and you'll have a better, if no blocks, get blocks. Take the right foot back, wiggle it back, keep it in line with the hip, drop and lunge, look up. Drop the knee, uncurl the toes. Here's a little balancing. Come onto your hand, hands to the knees. Definitely I'm having an issue today. Okay, there we go. Now you can find more balance. Interlace the hands into steeple. Zip up through your center, arch it back. Take a breath or 2 or 3 here. Then bring your hands back down. Bring your lift your right leg. Take your left leg back to meet your right and go into downward facing dog. Walk the dog. And then take a breath. Inhale, exhale, bring the shoulders over the wrists. Keep your core working. Press through your heels. Keep the head in line with the tailbone. Stay as long as you want in your plank. If plank doesn't work for you right away, just drop the knees, nothing else. And then drop the knees, uncurl the toes. Lower the nose to the floor, slide it through, lower yourself down. Inhale, arch yourself up. Be gentle on your back. You want to go in upward dog. Press into the legs, feet. Lift your thighs, your body. Lower it down. Arch the back into a cat as you curl your toes under. And come into extended child. Breathe. Inhale, arch the back as you roll your shoulders right over your wrists. Lift the knees up. Come back into your plank if you choose, or right into downward facing dog. We're going to take a giant step with the right foot. And make sure it gets all the way up. So wherever it is, take a hold of it. Drop the back of the left knee. Bring that right foot up. Curl the toes in the back. Lift the knee. Take that left foot forward. Find your 11 in your step. Inhale, roll yourself up. Open like a big flower. Thank the universe for allowing you to be here. Bring your hands together. Notice what you feel in between the hands. Elbows down, hands in front of the heart. Ground yourself. Inhale, exhale, bow forward. Remember your intent for this class, for this day. Inhale, come up. We do the whole thing again now on the left side. Arch it back. Inhale, up. Open the arms. Swan dive. Pull the chin in. Drop the hands. Slide the hands up the shins to the thighs. Flatten the back. Breathe. Exhale, drop and hang. Grab your blocks. Left leg back. Giant step. Wiggle it back. Give it a good stretch. And drop the knee and curl the toes. Bring your hands to the left, right knee. Find your balance. Toes can curled in the back or flat. Bring your hands together. Interlace your fingers to steeple. Inhale, come up. Arch it back. Later you can always join and do a twist here. Bring the hands back down. Curl the toes. Lift the knee. Take the right foot back. Come back into downward facing dog. Wiggle those feet apart. You're trying to get the heels to the floor, send the head and chest back towards the thighs as you press the fingers and the hands forward. Inhale, bring yourself shoulders over the wrists into plank. Core is working. Drop the knees. And lower yourself down. Take the nose up. And come up into a gentle cobra. And then up further into an upward dog. Drop the knees. Arch the back as you roll back into extended child. Breathe. Inhale, let that back arch as your shoulders roll over your wrists. Curl the toes, bring yourself forward, and come back into downward facing dog. Press those heels down, maybe take a little walk with the dog. Heels, press it back. Giant step with the left foot all the way up to between the hands. Doesn't get there, drop that right knee. Wiggle left foot forward, walk it up to meet your fingertips. Don't move your hands. Drop and lunge. Stretch that back quad, right? Lift the knee, curl, and bring the right foot forward. Inhale, let yourself roll right on up. Open the arms. Give great thanks. Feel the energy between your hands. Bring them in front of the heart space. Give yourself a thank you. Let's just lift up. Exhale, arch back one more time. Come back to center. And drop. Let the hands give your thank you. Drop the hands. Open the feet. Just be still. And then if you have to run off into the day, go ahead and do so. You've worked yourself up. You could do 2, 3 of those rounds. First leg, right leg, then the left leg. If you go into warrior poses, when you're done with it all, you could just get on the floor and take a breath. So I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Namaste. If you're still down, as you wiggle yourself and deepen your breath and bring yourself back, grab a hold of your knees and bring them into your chest and rock side to side. Then just roll over onto the right or the left side and give yourself a hug and a thank you for the time you've taken, the work you've done, the letting go you've allowed. Take a moment to recognize this quiet, peaceful place you just created. And see how long you can keep it. When you recognize you've lost it, what are you going to do to get it back? Take 3 things right now. Put them in your heart. Put them in your consciousness. Put them in the decision box. Roll your shoulders. Take a breath. Do a bouncing pose. Whatever it is. Plug it into your heart. And come up to a nice, soft, comfortable seated pose for just another moment, if you have it. Otherwise, have a good day. So ground yourself, find your sit bones, lift and lengthen. Turn your palms up, close the index finger into the pad of the thumb. Helps the monkey chatter in the brain to be still and more connected. Stop listening to me and just listen to your breath. You could do 3-part rhythmic breathing right here. Do 3 rounds. Exhale completely. Inhale through the nostrils, fill the belly, fill the chest, fill the upper chest. Feel yourself lift and lengthen. Pull your navel back. More lung expansion. Pause and hold. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty. Inhale. Fill the belly. Fill the chest. Fill the upper chest. Pause and hold. Tuck the belly. Feel more expansion in the upper lungs to cleanse them. Pausing and holding. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and full. Tuck the navel. Feel the expansion in your upper chest. Know as you exhale this time, as you hold it, you're cleaning, cleansing. And as you exhale, you're going to let go of all the tension and worry and fear. 6, 5, let it go, let it go. 4, 3, 2, 1, empty. 2 more. Inhale, fill the belly. Fill the chest, fill the upper chest, pause and hold, tuck the belly, more expansion. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, let it go, let it all go. 2, 1, empty. Inhale, belly, chest, upper chest, pause and hold, tuck it in. Feel the expansion. Whatever else you're still holding on to, just give it over when you let go of that breath. It's like the ocean takes all of its stones and shells. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty. And now let those beautiful, wonderful lungs do what they do so naturally. And just be still for another moment. Join with me in 3 Ahs if you choose. Take a breath. Another big full breath. Silent exhalation. Bring your hands together in front of your heart space and just give yourself a big thank you. Make sure you've tucked those 3 things away so that you can practice throughout the day. We honor ourselves, the beauty, the light, the spirit in ourselves as well as each other. We are one. Namaste. Namaste. Have a lovely day.